You can't even blame Nate if he goes, this, I still want out, but I'm not fighting this dude heavy.
The co-main event is 5 rounds. The main event is 5 rounds. Yesterday, there was a lot of questions about what happened. Kevin Holland and Khamzat Chimaev actually got into it yesterday backstage. Ironically, they will now fight.
The Diaz camp showed up with 57 people. Khamzat's team had 30-something people, and then you had multiple guys going on back here. It was crazy. It was absolutely nuts back here. You know, now I have to start looking at an event going off on Saturday if this continues. So,
did it get physical?
Very physical. There was lots of stuff going on back here. Yeah. So, I made the right decision. Believe me.
It's crazy. Listen, it's not by coincidence that we stack guys the same weight on the same card in case anything goes wrong. But yeah, it worked out. You know, obviously, when something like this happens, you got guys who have trained for another guy for a long time, and you know, so getting these guys to agree to different fights can be a little tough sometimes. But we got them all done. They're locked in. I will be at the weigh-ins in 45 minutes, and we will be squaring these guys off. Nate Diaz and Tony, like you said, the fans have wanted to see this one forever. It's going to happen now before Nate leaves the UFC, and Saturday night, and Leach versus Rodriguez is also a fun fight. So it literally couldn't have played out any better.
It sucks for Khamzat. It sucks for Nate. It really does suck for Nate, because if all Nate wants to do is be out of here, and in order to get out of here, he has to fight this killer. Now this killer is not going to make the weight, and he has to fight this killer heavy. Professionals, everybody that signs that contract, they know the number. They know what they are supposed to weigh in order to make the fight. It seems as though Khamzat's not going to be able to hit that number. And when he doesn't hit that number, all bets are off. We've seen Nate fight at 155 a lot. Khamzat will never fight 155. Khamzat can fight 185 and not be undersized. So to have to fight him heavy for Nate Diaz, not fair. And like I said, I like Khamzat a lot. He's always very gracious with his time. He's always a gentleman to me. He's always been nice. And with all the hype surrounding the fight now, especially after the press conference yesterday, all the stuff that's going on, all the shit that they went through, this fight was ready to do as big as anything that we have done in a long time. But there was one more hurdle we had to cross in order to get there. And it seems like we're not going to be able to cross that hurdle, because it does not look like one guy, one half of the main event, is going to be able to hit the number.
What happened was he was cutting weight. If you saw him yesterday, he was very, very lean already, and he should have come in on weight. He started to cut weight, and you know, he started locking up and cramping and all the things that happen when you're bad, that are from a bad cut. And you know, unlike 10 years ago when we were doing this, they call in, we send a doctor up, and a doctor determines whether he should keep cutting weight or not, and the doctor told him he shouldn't. So we jumped on this morning, and the new card now, we have Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson, and Khamzat Chimaev will fight Kevin Holland, and Leach will fight Rodriguez. And both fights will be 5 rounds. The co-main event is 5 rounds, the main event is 5 rounds.